Welcome to writing. It's Tuesday and we're going to do some information writing today. Today we are learning to write interesting sentences for a purpose. You'll know you'll be successful when you know the purpose of your writing and you can name it, or when you've used some interesting language to suit the purpose. There are two main focuses today. In your booklet today, you're going to plan for writing an information text. You're going to pick a living thing that you're interested in and you're going to draw and label some pictures ready for tomorrow's writing. I've chosen a redback spider. I wonder what you will choose.
Okay, hi boys and girls, we're ready to write about our redback spider, but today's just our planning day. So we're thinking about all the different things we know. I've picked to write about a redback spider. You might pick to write about something different, like a living thing that you know lots about, or a different spider. Okay, I've also been doing some reading and watching a few videos about spiders. So I've started to become a bit of a word collector. And I've collected some words that are precise language that is about spiders. So I've got some great words here like venom and web and ant because it eats ants, and fangs and hunt and prey. And I've also got some words here that describe different things about the redback spider, like stripe and silky and elaborate and tangled, shiny and slender. And I may not use all the words today, but I've just started collecting words that I'm hearing in some of the videos to make my writing sound very exciting to listen to. So in my planning, I've got some subheadings, and you have that in your book as well. And the first subheading talks about what does it look like. And we're just going to do a web brainstorm where we're just doing some information coming off it. And I'm first going to describe what I see here in the middle. And I see a red stripe. And I found that word when I was listening to all the information about it. So I'm going to have a go at writing that word, red stripe, to describe the middle. So I can hear the word red, and then stripe. I can hear that sound, and then I can go back and check too, stripe. I know it has a red stripe. I want to describe its legs now, and I know it has 8 legs, and I can see that I have 8 long legs, and they're quite thin, but I can think of a word that's a bit more exciting than the word thin. So I'm going back to my word collector over here, and I found the word slender. So one of the videos talked about it having slender legs, which also means thin. So I'm going to write 8 long, slender legs. I can hear that last sound. 8 long. I can hear a little word in the middle, on. Long. And then the word slender, slender. And I can hear the so I can even come back and check. Slender legs. I've got some planning going now about what it looks like. I'm also going to describe these little things here. It's hard to see in the camera, but I'm pointing at its fangs, and I found that as well, fangs. And I'm going to talk about how sharp they are. So I want to describe their fangs. So I'm going to have a go. Sharp. Shh. I can hear the sh sound in that one. Shh. I can hear the R sound as well, like as in star. Sharp. And then fangs. Well, I know the first sound. Fan. I can hear an in there. And, or I can come back and check. Fang. Oh, sharp fang. Well, I know there's 2, so it must be sharp fangs because it's a plural. It needs the S. So I know I have lots of things about what it looks like now. So when I get to my writing tomorrow, I can come back to my planning and see that. Another subheading that you have in your book is what does it eat? And sometimes we call that a diet. So the things that it eats. And when I was doing some listening to videos, I found that they eat lots of different things. They eat ants. So I'm going to write that now. I'm going to use my word wall. Ants. I drew a picture of a cockroach. But I know that they all come from one animal family, and that is insects. But it's not big insects, it's tiny insects. So I'm going to have a go at writing that. Tiny insects, because that's what it eats. Tiny. I can hear that "e" sound at the end. Tiny insects. Oh, I can hear an "in." I can hear a small word. In. That's easy. Insect. Oh, but they eat lots of insects. So it's like fangs. It needs an S. It's a plural more than one. So it eats tiny insects. Well done. So I also got my next subheading, and it talks about where does it live? And sometimes we call that a habitat. So I'm thinking about its habitat, and I learnt lots about it, and I know that it loves to live in warm places. So I drew a picture of a log, and there's the grass, and I drew a picture of some rocks, and it likes to make its webs near the rocks. So I'm going to write here warm places. Okay, I don't have that on my word wall, so I'm going to have a go at stretching out some sounds. Warm. I can hear that what sound at the beginning. Warm. And I'm going to have a go at writing the word places. Pull. Oh, I can hear pull sound there. Places. Warm. Oops, sorry about that. Warm places. So I'm going to put a little arrow to show you that I mean about this. Now over here I drew a web, and it doesn't look like a normal spider web. Normal spider webs are very uniform in shape, aren't they? But I found out that redback spiders have very tangled webs. So I'm going to label this as a tangled web. What a great word to use in your information text. Tangled web. A little arrow so you know I'm talking about that one. Tan. Oh, I can hear that and sound again. Tangle. Tangle. I can go back and check. Tangle. And I can hear the D at the end. Tangled. Web. Yes, web is one of my precise words that I used when I was doing some research. But it's a nice, easy word that I can absolutely sound out. Web. Web. Tangled web. I've got lots of great information here about lots of my headings. My last one is, and you might like to do this as well, is some interesting facts. Now I'm going back to my word wall here, and I want to tell you some interesting facts about the venom. And the venom that comes out of the fangs. So I know that spiders inject venom using their fangs, through their fangs. So I've drawn another little picture of an ant here, and I made their fangs really big so you know what I'm speaking about. And I'm going to put another little arrow. And I'm going to say fangs. I'm going to say fangs inject venom. Fangs inject venom. So we've got the word fangs, we've used it already. So we know how it looks and how it sounds. Fangs to inject. Oh, I can hear that in word again. Excellent. To in, and it's with a J sound. Inject. Ect. inject venom. Well, I know the first sound of venom, but I'm a bit not sure about how to spell it, so I'm going to go back to my word wall and I'm going to find the word venom. What an interesting word to use. Checking, venom. Well, boys and girls, we have got lots and lots of planning here about redback spiders for me to use tomorrow in my information text. So now you're going to go off and you're going to draw and label some information about a living thing that you would like to learn more about. You might ask Mum and Dad if you could watch some videos about some interesting animals that you know. You might even ask Mum or Dad to help you with your own interesting word wall so you can come over here and use them into your writing. All right, enjoy learning about living things. Off you go.
Let's check if we were successful. Today I could name the purpose of my writing and information text. And I also used some interesting language to suit my planning stage. I used words like venom and tangled, and I used some interesting words about the spider like fangs. I wonder if you'll be able to use some interesting language in your writing today.